one, why the decision for Kincaid, and two, you've a few times you have talked about how a goal in a certain situation has either demoralized your team or set your team back, and kind of goes into a tailspin for a stretch. And I'm wondering why you think that's happening still.
I think we got to continue to work on being mentally tougher, Larry. I think sometimes we feel sorry for ourselves. I thought we got off to a really good start the other night. We're up 1-0. We did a good job killing the penalty. We give up a goal, and the next thing you know, it's 3. And we've just got to continue to do a better job in managing adversity. And we've shown signs of coming out of it, but I thought we reverted back the other night, and it really took the wind out of our sails. And although I thought at the end of the second we had some chances to make it 3-2, which might have changed the game a little bit. I thought it would have made us feel a little bit better going to the third. But just again, we've just got to continue to work on moving forward. This is a game where things are going to happen. You're going to give up a goal every now and then. The other team's going to gain some momentum, and you've got to do a better job of stopping it. And again, I thought there was some progress here lately, but certainly the other night wasn't the case.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano. Vince, go ahead.
Hey, David. We saw that Igor skated today. We know he skated, a couple times recently. So can you just give us an update on his progress, whether you think he could be an option as soon as maybe Thursday? And then just to follow up on what Larry said, why did you feel like Kincaid was the right way to go tonight?
Well, I thought Kincaid looked good. The plan, we went back and forth on whether to play Kincaid the other night, and we decided to go with Georgie. And I thought Kincaid earned the opportunity to play today. He's had a good track record against Pittsburgh. He's looked really good in practices, and at this point in time, with Shusty's situation, or even in general, you're going to need 3 goalies, not just 2, because you never know from an injury standpoint. So I think it's important to get him into a game, but not just get him into a game to get him into a game. He's earned the opportunity to play. I mean, if we didn't like what we saw, we certainly wouldn't come back with him. But he's looked good in practices. I thought he played well in the 2+ periods he played the other night, and he's earned this opportunity.
Next question comes from Dan Rosen. Dan, go ahead.
David, I wanted to ask you a bigger picture question on Alexei Lafreniere and all the things that this guy and all rookies really missed out on this year with everything that they didn't get to do before playing their first NHL game. Did your expectations for him change because of that?
No, not at all. I mean, I knew he was a super talented kid and was going to have some success, but as we've all talked about, over the last few years, we've had kids his age come into this league and have their difficulties, and he was going to be no different. And, obviously we all recognize the talent. We recognize, the skill set he has, but that being said, it's a man's league, and, it's a huge, huge jump from where he was to where he is right now. And he's learning on the go, and he continues to improve, and we've all witnessed it. We've all witnessed, the things he's doing a better job of, and it's just got to be a balancing act. People need to be patient with him, but also have realistic expectations for him.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano. Vince, go ahead.
David, I wanted to ask you about something that Chris mentioned a few games ago, where he said that he thought early in the season the team was very structure conscious, and that there had been such an emphasis on needing to improve the defense after last season that he felt like the team was kind of learning how to do that while also playing good offense. So just your thoughts on maybe why that was some of the reason that you guys weren't producing a lot of offense earlier in the season. Do you feel like the guys are really not selling out for defense, but very focused on that, and maybe that took away from the balance a little bit?
Yeah, I think maybe, but I also know that we've had, if you look at some of these expected goals categories, our shooting percentage was the lowest in the National Hockey League, and we weren't taking advantage of some of the chances that we had. So I think it might have been a combination of the two. I thought maybe, when you're a little bit more structured and not playing a wide open game, your chances might go down a little bit. But again, I think it's a better recipe for winning hockey. I think we've lost that a little bit. I don't think we're as structured right now. I think maybe we're a little bit more of we've kind of abandoned that to a certain degree. We're giving up more chances and more initial rush stuff, which we hadn't done in the first maybe 15, 16 games. So it's always a balancing act. I thought we found that in the last 2 months of the year last year, and again, I rarely talk about our youth, but I think because of our youth, we're going to continue to fight that battle of balancing your defensive responsibilities with also playing offense.